Good evening and welcome to Success Beyond Borders TV. This evening, we are glad to host the founder of Africa Airlift Initiative, Mheshimiwa Kiogora DK. Mheshimiwa, karibu.
Thank you very much, Nick. Um, and thank you for hosting me in this inaugural show from the Africa Airlift Initiative Nairobi office. And I'm looking forward to having a great time answering some of the questions that you have, and of course, the questions that our followers online, our students, and other stakeholders might have live on TV.
Karibu. Now, let's go deeper into finding out about Africa Airlift Initiative. When was it founded?
Yeah, so the Africa Airlift Initiative was founded last year, towards the end of last year actually. We have been here for the last maybe 4 months, though we have been doing trials for quite some time, but we have been here for the last 4-5 months. Because before we went public, there are so many things that had to be done behind the curtains that were supposed to facilitate the start of this show, the start of the program itself.
Yeah.
So the Africa Airlift Initiative is a baby, and I can say like a started one.
It started well.
Yeah.
What was the motivation behind it?
I have been in the airlift business for the last how many years? 6 years. My motivation was my inability to go to the US when I graduated from university in 2014. I was admitted at the University of West Virginia.
Okay.
In Morgantown, and I faced problems of raising money to go to school. There were so many things they were asking for: bank statements with this amount, all these things that I was supposed to do. I didn't have anyone to guide me. Then normally someone was referring me to people in the US to help me. I couldn't find anyone to help me, so I gave up because of the so many difficulties.
Yeah.
The journey of relocating and going to the United States is very difficult. So I didn't have anyone to hold my hand, so I gave up. And I think my failure also has led to a success of coming up with the whole airlift idea, because if I didn't go there, then this whole thing would not have. If I had gone there, this whole thing would not have started.
Okay.
So then I went to the US now the first time in 2018 after I was elected as MCA for Abogeta West in Meru. And I was invited for the National Prayer Breakfast. I belong to the National Prayer Breakfast group here in Kenya, and then the Africa Youth Leadership Forum. So I was invited there by the senator for the state of Oklahoma. His name is Jim Inhofe, and I met Donald Trump in that meeting. You know that. At that time he was the president of the US, and I also met some Kenyans who I studied with in campus from my village. Then I asked them, I tried to come here, guys, how did you make it to get here? So they told me the challenges they faced and what have you. Then they introduced me to my former partner, who at that time was doing the business of helping immigrants to get some IT skills so that they can get a leverage in the job market. That's when we teamed up. He had started something he was calling International Scholars Program. Then I thought of the Tomboya Airlift. We renamed it after that name, the Africa Airlift, the Kenya Airlift at that point. And we have been in the show for all that time. And every time I've been to the US countless times. I go to the US the way I go to my village. So I have encountered we are hiring the challenges and the shortage of nurses and other professionals in the US. And you know, each and every time young people in my area, because my election has been fueled by youth most. So, and most of them are university graduates, college graduates, and they're asking, how can I be able to go out there? How can you get me a job in the county? How many people? Counties are not employing. So I had to think outside the box how I get people out. Remember, my baby is my political career, so I thought of how to cure people's problems, and especially the youth problem of unemployment
Yeah.
by getting them out.
Okay.
Yeah, so my first accountability is the people of Abogetas because they're the ones who put me on the map.
True.
So I had to help them. So after being in the airlift business and with my former partner, we parted ways towards the end of last year.
Okay.
Because of differing visions. For me, I wanted to do different things, like help take people there directly to work, like nursing, teaching, and all those things. I wanted to experiment on various solutions.
Yeah.
And on his part, he was not very much willing. So, due to that differing of visions and what have you, we had to part ways. So I and start my own organization. At the end of it, and I think everything is working out because I've gotten deals with the with some universities there for our students. I've gotten networks already there. In the airlift circle, because I'm the one who founded the airlift circle. I moved with it to this program.
Okay.
I have managed to get some Americans to the board of management of the airlift circle.
All right.
So that is helping us in a way. Then I was trying also to get solutions for students because uh, I I started seeing a problem with employment. Some students wanamaliza shule even in our program then, and they are not getting jobs. So, or they are getting jobs with some struggles. So I realized we need to be innovative. We need to look at all the areas where the opportunity. So that was my motivating factor, by the way, coming up with this one.
All right.
This why, and also because every Thursday and Friday I used to be in Nairobi to listen to parents and students, and I was half of the time I spent, I was receiving phone calls about not about the ward that I represent. I was mostly answering questions about the
About the
immigration
program,
story,
yeah.
about that program. Yeah, so I was always answering phone calls because my partner was in the US.
Yeah.
So people are not able to call him, the time difference and all that. And also people don't want to pay a lot of money calling international line.
Yeah.
So if it's not our customer care, people who have my phone number mostly, I was receiving so many phone calls.
They called you.
Yeah. Yeah. And then as I was going to these universities, I realized there are so many opportunities for social workers, nurses, and all that. So I wanted to bring this to my people.
True.
I also wanted to help more people from my ward to go because for the last 6 years, let me be honest, from the ward that put me in this office,
Yeah.
I've only managed to take 4 people. In as much as we have taken 500 Kenyans, I needed more from my area.
Yeah.
I was not able to take many from my ward. In the ward of Abogetos, I think I have taken, say, 4, and then 2 as undergraduate. When I was doing experiments, I managed to take 2.
Okay.
One is at Cornell University. The other one is at Smith College, Massachusetts. And that's when I realized even undergraduate is doable.
It's doable.
There are so many scholarships and so many things. So I wanted to give this opportunity to more people through the opportunities that I was getting. Then I needed to be in charge so that I can help as many people go.
Many people.
So I felt the business of partnerships is gonna conflict because of vision and the desires that you have and the direction you want to take. So I wanted to have a process that I'm in charge.
Okay.
And I know it has taken me 6 years to take just 4 from my ward. In as much as more than 500 Kenyans have gone.
Yeah.
But I know in the next 2 or 3 years I should have taken more than 15 from my ward because now I'm in charge. I know all the shortcuts. I know how to help people get there because I'm also responsible. Like when I go to the people, say, you took your children to the US, they need to have examples. They need to know who you took. Because I'm here as a representative of the people down there. In as much as you're helping Kenyans, your primary duty, like for me, is to say how many have you taken from your ward to the US. Yeah. So that is the question that actually made me want to start my own organization so that I can take charge of things. Yeah.
Very good. That's very commendable. Now, if I'm to touch back at the issue about you and your former partner, there are very many things that are said online, on Facebook specifically. What do you have to say about that?
I don't want to comment much about it, but when business partnerships end, sometimes there is ugliness. Sometimes you have to decide who goes with what resources that you have accumulated over that time, what networks. And of course, there were disagreements about the loan repayments for the students who are in the US. We have given students more than $300 million, 300 million shillings, close to 1 point something million dollars in loans.
Yeah.
How these loans will be repaid. Remember, I came with the SACCO. The students they are asking, so if you have gone with the SACCO, it means we have to pay to the SACCO that now you have gone with.
Yeah.
So there was that kind of a dispute that brought the ugliness. But what I can say is, even in divorce, when two people divorce,
it gets ugly.
Sometimes it gets ugly. Ndio unaanzanga kusikia stories, even in the media. It was a toothpick. I don't know what. Those funny stories. He never contributed anything in this marriage.
Yeah.
I'm the one who was doing everything.
Yeah.
I'm the one who was taking children to school.
True.
You know, you also have to. You sometimes you argue about who will go with which children.
Yeah.
So yeah, you say I'm the one who educated them. You never paid a coin. You never. You know, sometimes you have evidence to the contrary, but you don't want to get into the ugliness.
Yeah.
You want to be the bigger person.
True.
So that's what I decided to do, because you know, people who know me closely, they know that I'm a nice person, and for me, I'm a forthright person. What I'm able to do, I do. I tell you, we will be able to do. If you come with a request, if you're not able to do it, I will tell you we are not going to do it. So I never felt the obligation to go and start answering and making the things ugly and getting to the public dance and all that. So I said over time, the success of my program and my students will vindicate me, and the reason why I started this organization.
Yeah.
And also those others who, the time always reveals the truth.
It does.
Yeah, that's what I normally say.
Yeah. Are there any notable what's the word? Are there any notable milestones that you'd like to share so that the people can get to understand and know what exactly you do?
Yeah, so sometimes, you know, when I've spoken in so many universities, and whenever we spoke, because we are just doing master's programs before, I could see the kind of you know, from when as someone who is a public speaker like myself,
yeah,
I get to interact with people and look at their faces and know someone who is not satisfied, someone who is angry, someone who is not happy. So I was normally seeing diploma students not happy because we didn't have any product for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also those people who maybe they had a C in Form 4 in high school, then they did a diploma, then after a diploma they did a degree, and we could not help them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I wanted to create a pathway for people to get to the US. So there is a story that we shared on Facebook about Esther Marete.
Yeah.
And Esther went this January. She's studying at Missouri State University. It's one university that we have signed a partnership with.
Yeah.
And she started with a diploma, a certificate, then diploma, then degree. Esther came crying when I used to work at the former organization. I told her we cannot take you because you didn't have a good high school grade. But look, universities in the US, as long as you have a degree, they don't care what you had in high school. So it was irrelevant what you had. They just look at what you have now. The latest certificate, whether it's a cert, whether it's a diploma, they look at what you have now. The other certificate cease to be relevant. So I told her, I was able to help her when I started my own organization, and Esther now is in the US. And she is very happy, and normally I do follow up even for my students in the US. So I even have students who went to the US on their own, who need help to proceed to PhD, and they have now come in to consult us on how they can study. While they are there, they even don't have knowledge or information on how they can maneuver there, because some of us, the research we have done, the connections we have done, they are also helping students who already went to the US, either through Equity Bank's Wings to Fly or those other things, and they're also coming on board so that we can guide them on how they can proceed to PhD, like the master students. Then I was also feeling the other achievement I have had is I'm able to take someone through a career path, because I was asking myself, if you go to most of the universities in this country, the professors who are teaching there, most of them have university degrees from outside universities.
Yes.
So you find someone in their CV, they did something at Lancaster, at the University of Massachusetts or something like that. And then I was asking myself, if we take people through a certain path, and there are people who want to be professors. Someone did economics in campus, they did economics for masters, they are coming. instead of diverting them to other areas, and they want to go and do PhD in economics so that they can be economics professors, you guide them towards that path. So I have this desire of sitting down with someone and not prescribing anything. I want to find out what do they think first. Then I can offer them various solutions and see. Like someone who wants to go and do accelerated nursing, for example, someone who already has a degree. I want to sit down with you and so if you are someone who can stomach the sight of blood, whether you can work, me, I can't work in a hospital, but so many people can.
True.
It doesn't matter whether they did nursing or whatever they did, or they did social work, but can you stomach blood? I can show you how you can end up becoming a nurse in the US in 2 years, find an NCLEX, and you get into the job market, because in the US, nursing is a shortcut to getting papers and well-paying jobs. Nurses earn more than $1 million shillings.
Could you touch more on that?
Yeah, so for nursing, what I'm doing is there are people who did nursing already as a diploma in KMTC.
Yeah.
Those ones you come, we transfer your credits as a nursing to a nursing BSN, Bachelor of Science, so that you finish your bachelor's in the US in 2 years. We transfer the credits that you did for your diploma 3 years. Then you finish your degree in the US, you do NCLEX or out there, and then you're able to start working as a nurse. That is for diploma nurses. Or for people who did pharmacy, public health, or other fields that are related to nursing, we can transfer. Then you finish your program. You finish as a nurse in the US and work. That is one way. The other way is for people who did other degrees. Those ones we take them. Remember, people who have done diplomas in nursing or diplomas in any field, we can transfer your credit. You finish with a degree in 2 years. 2 years. Why we talk about 2 years all the time is because the financials we have, Empower, 8B, and all those others, they only fund 2-year programs. If you're in 4-year programs like undergraduate and PhD, you must have a scholarship. But masters, transfer, accelerated nursing, those are 2-year programs. They are funded with a student loan. So we have identified universities where programs are cheap, so that in as much as you're taking a loan, you don't have to be indebted. There are some universities that would, for 2 years, 1 year is $50,000, the other year $50,000. So you end up with $100,000 of loan. That's 1.5 million debt. So we don't want that. So we want where people can be able to study. In some universities that are very cheap, that you're even paying from your own pocket by working the 20 hours that you're supposed to work per week. So then the second path for becoming a nurse is for, if someone did Bachelor of Arts like myself, because I did Bachelor of Arts in political science at the University of Nairobi, I can be a nurse in the US. You transfer your Bachelor of Arts credits to a university that has accelerated nursing. We transfer them there so that they equate your 4-year degree program to 2 years. Then they give you accelerated nursing, which you do 2 years. In some 1 year, you graduate, you become a nurse. You do NCLEX, you become a nurse. But it's compressed. The 4-year units are compressed into 2 years. So you're able, some of these students who will be doing accelerated nursing might not be able to have time to work as much as they want, because they'll be very busy. As in, it's nursing compressed in 2 years, because you already have another degree. So they give you that favor.
It's very compressed, it's very busy.
It is busy. Because of the assignments and all that. So, but then within 2 years, you are a nurse and you have your papers. Another part that I found out now, with nurses, but we will not take you there directly to do accelerated nursing. We'll take you there as a master's student, because you can't get a visa if you go to do a second degree, which accelerated nursing is a second degree. They will not give you a visa for it. But there is a way we have made arrangements to ensure that you're going for this, but you end up here. So that is the path that we have created. For people who, America has a huge shortage of nurses. They are paying when they give you papers. Something else I've realized, and from partners that I've gained, is getting, especially these high school leavers who are going there as undergraduate, getting them into the US military.
That's
possible. The US military, it's very possible. The US military is recruiting. So I've gotten with one guy, a friend who is there. He's from Kenya. He's their recruiter for the US Navy. So he recruits these guys, the undergraduates, the 18-year-olds, 19. Those are the guys they want. You go there, you can defer 1 semester, you get into the Navy, you study for 8 months. then they put you on a path to citizenship. Within 6 months, you are a citizen because you cannot serve in the U.S. military unless you are a citizen. So they put you on an accelerated path to citizenship.
Okay.
Then they take over the issue of educating you. What we are avoiding is the U.S. Army, because for the army you have to go and fight. You can't go back to school. But for these other branches of military, you can be able to go back to class. And they take over. If you are alone, they clear it. But then of course you have to work in the Navy for a certain period.
Okay.
And then you become a vet. You end up with your citizenship and all that. They take over everything, and then you are earning well. You are now a citizen, you are in the army, you are a student, you are being paid by the army.
Your loans are paid.
Like a cadet here in this country. So for those who are, and especially this is attractive for people who are athletes.
Yeah.
If you are a runner, if you are talented in basket, if you have a sport, this is the path for you. So I wanted various paths and different solutions for people.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
What is the mission and primary objective for Africa Airlift Initiative beyond just taking people to go study? What else do you do?
Yeah. So for us, we want to transform people's dreams into reality. Yeah. There are teachers who have been asking me, I don't want to go to study in the US. I don't want to go there as a student. I want to go there to work as a teacher. Yeah. So we have partnered with JobQuest, and now we are taking teachers to the US directly to work. You just need to have your driver's license, your passport. Teaching, you need to have 2 years experience. Then you need referees, 3 who can be contacted.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you have referees who can be contacted, then we put you on a path to going to teach in the US directly.
All right. How does the organization aim to how does the organization aim to fulfill all this? Because what you're speaking about is very exciting. It's quite exciting. And I'm sure there are many viewers who would be intrigued by this and are getting intrigued by it. But how do you aim to fulfill this?
To be able to meet all our students' obligations is to have a workforce that is responsive and customer friendly.
All right.
Customer is key when you're doing social.
Sure.
Because this is not just the Africa Airlift. Let no one teach you. It's not just a path to take people out there to study and to work. Yeah. It's also a business because we have to pay rent, we have to pay employees. Yeah, we have to make a few coins here and there. Okay. But it's a business that we have to be very careful because it's all centered around people. You know, for me, I'm a politician. I have a lot to lose if I don't deliver. Very true. Utapatana with these parents, with these students out there. If you don't deliver what you promised you're going to deliver to them. And also, it's a social business. It's a social entrepreneurship on the other side. So you must ensure that you are listening to your customer and you are babysitting your customer. Because, you know, we Kenyans want to be babysat. And if someone has paid you money to babysit them, you better do it. You better do it. You become a babysit in social business. Yeah. So for us, we pride ourselves in good customer service so that we make sure we have delivered what we have promised in time. All right. Yeah.
So now, having mentioned that you need to pay your client, I mean the workforce you have, the expertise that you have. How many offices are there so far?
Yeah, so how we also ensure that we are delivering to our clients is not just customer service. We already have 2 offices. We have an office at Nkobo in Meru. That is mostly where we have placed student career advisors, people who are mostly doing the applications and all these things. So that we have limited actually advertising that office because those people are work busy. They are mostly doing the mikono. So if you keep them busy with walk-in clients, it becomes a little bit difficult for them to deliver. But people can also walk into the Nkobo office to get our services. We also have the Nairobi office, and trust me, I started with 1 person 5 months ago.
You started with 1?
I had only 1 person. So I even saw some people cheating me and saying, oh, you have an office and 1 person there doing nothing. Right now, in a span of 4 months, I have 12 employees.
Which is brilliant.
And the way I'm seeing these things growing, and you know, it's Africa Airlift Initiative. We are going to many African countries, and So it's going to grow tremendously because people are very much expectant. People are getting to know, and we are getting success stories each and every day.
Yeah.
So it is our expectation that in a span of few months, we'll be where we want to be. So once we have these success stories, by when people start going in August, in September, people want to see stories. People want to talk to people who are in the US. So the good thing is that I have them already. I have some. It's only that I need all these success stories in undergraduate, transfer, accelerated nursing. I want to go to the US and interview them and find out how they are making it, and how they are transitioning from one place to the other. I want to these guys who are going to the US military to interview them in their uniform.
Find out.
People want to see that when you're in social business, people want to see the results and all that. So I think so far we are doing well. Can't complain. And we are focused on addressing. Sometimes we are not able to do everything because we are busy and all that, like myself. But I thank the staff that we have already. They are able to answer and deal with the customer service very well. When I had one person, it was very difficult to deal with students and all that because my mind was divided. So, but when I decided to start and to focus on the Africa Airlift initiative, doors started opening, partners started coming in, as in things are working. I found support in people, and even in the fight that we are talking to. Whenever there were fights, that's when I was getting a lot of traffic. I was asking, when is the next episode starting?
It's giving you publicity.
Yeah, publicity is publicity.
True.
People want to come and find out what is this
What's going on.
What is going on. People don't look at the one side of the coin. They want to see the other. The coin has three sides. They want to look at that one, and there is also the middle,
the edge.
And there is also the edge.
True.
So people want to investigate and find out on their own. And Kenyans are intelligent.
They are. That's very true. Before we go for a short break, you had mentioned something about Africa. Now, that Africa, are you in any other country, or what's the plan? Are you planning to go into any other countries? What exactly is your vision when it comes to that?
Yeah, we when I was in my previous program, students were coming from Tanzania, Uganda to come and see what is this you guys are doing here. Can you do something in our country? So actually, it was very difficult.
Yes.
Because me, I like working in a place where my ideas are being appreciated. Where we are free to experience, to experiment. Whereby you work intelligent people, then you listen to the intelligence. I like a place where I can think and where I can put my thoughts to use. And that's how even I work for the people. I like to meet your child. I don't want to be part of the complaining crowd. I don't want to be part of the crowd that is saying wanalilia barabara. I want to be the solution. If you want this done, we sit down, fine. How do we do this? Yes. Can we do it? If we are not, who will do it? So the Tanzanian students, we have partnered with TASA. We have been working on, I am under pressure, so much pressure, because Tanzanian students have actually started calling us. So I am under pressure to deliver. We are working on their catalog. I think it will be out by tomorrow. Then we'll be declaring our official partnership with TASA. We already signed it. I went to Tanzania in December to see their office and all that, because I wanted to establish things on the ground. Then Uganda, then we Rwandese students are actually calling. So they have to work within the frameworks that we have now. But our Nigerians are pushing, Ghanaians, this solution is not in many countries. So we will be going there. But in as much as we go there, I don't want to forget my people here in Kenya, even in my ward. I want to be answerable to the people of Meru too. How many Merus do you have in the US now that you are seated there? In as much as Merus are not as enthusiastic as other communities about going out, but you can always show people the opportunities. You always tell them, you are in Kenya, you are doing nothing, right? Come, I take you there. If you don't succeed, if you don't find, come back and sit where you are sitting. Go out there, go there as someone who was going for a trip. You can go there, you find money, invest that money here, then come and take care of the investment. Of course, people, most of the time we are comfortable at home back in Kenya. There's no other better place to be than in your country. If you're in Kenya, Tanzania, wherever you are, your country is your comfort. It's the best place to be yourself, and all that. But you can go out there, make money, and come back.
Okay.
And you don't have to stay there.
Yeah.
We also need professors in this country.
Very true.
Yeah. So I want to get to a position in government where I can recommend the people who pass through my program for hiring when I have a bigger say in government, because I believe I'll get there in my vision in this country, so that I can be able also to help these people come back and get jobs.
Okay.
You don't just want them to be trained out there to have all these skills, to work there and stay there forever and deliver for America and Canada.
Yeah.
You also want these people back at some point
To help us.
when they are ripe, so that you can harvest from their knowledge and all that. You can never be able to appreciate their knowledge with good salaries and all that.
All right. And on that note, let's take a quick 15-minute break, and we shall be back with more information from
15 minutes.
welcome back to Success Beyond Borders TV. And with us is Mheshimiwa Kiogora DMK. Now, Mheshimiwa, I'd like to, in relation to the Mandago Finland scandal issue, what do you have to say about that? Is this another scandal brewing, or is this legit?
So I think for us, we have a solution, and people who want to, there are people, there are many people who run scams.
True.
Yeah, but with the Mandago issue, I think it was an issue of mismanagement.
All right.
Number one, the country they chose, Finland.
Yeah.
First of all, you want to ask yourself, when you're sending people to Finland people will go and come back. But if you talk of taking people to Australia, there are countries where we know these people need immigrants in the workforce.
They will absorb them.
They will absorb. Look at Germany, look at England, look at France, look at America, look at Canada.
Yeah.
Look at Japan. Those are countries you can take people and they will get into the workforce. But when you take people to a small country like Finland,
yeah,
that knows where everyone is, so that does not even have illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
What are you saying? So number two, then people are depositing the school fees in an account. It's like us here, the Africa Airlift Initiative, asking parents to pay school fees through our accounts. Are we the school? So we don't do that. For us, we just have a small service charge. Because we have to run these offices, we have to do all these things, we have to make phone calls, we have to contact schools that delay in replying to our applications.
Yes.
So we don't operate the same model where people are depositing $1 million shillings. $1 million for what?
Yeah.
This is school fees, I don't know, for air ticket. Si mtu ajinunulie air ticket.
Yeah.
Si mtu atalipa school fees kwa shule, sikae kwa account ya mzazi.
Yeah.
So when people start now being asked to pay fees, lipa pesa fulani, fanya hivi. So that was about to happen. Then number two, so many people are going and coming back. It's not worth the investment.
Yeah.
You don't have an agreement with the Finnish government that when these students graduate, the Finnish government is going to take over and maybe offer them positions in various corporations there. There wasn't such. So I think when you're investing your money, ask yourself, I'm being told to pay tuition fees in the company's account. Is the company the school?
Yeah.
To pay money in the company for air ticket.
Yeah.
So unless we have negotiated an air ticket amount with a company that we tell you pay, or we help you get it, then that's how we go about it. So for us here, we offer services in other areas like immigration assistance. There are students who are out there doing applications on their own to various schools.
Yeah.
And they get to the place where now you have to go to the US Embassy to answer visa questions. You have to be prepared.
True.
You cannot go to guest there.
True.
Even if you applied for a visa to go visit someone, even if you have applied for a visa to go and if you want to go and attend a graduation, you need guidance.
True.
So through the experience we have garnered over time, that is one of the things we do from here, guiding people now to answer and to be able to tackle various challenging questions at the embassy, at the US Embassy. And it's one of the things that we pride ourselves in because we do it from our office here live. We have to debrief those who went. We have to be looking at the new questions that are coming up. Yeah, we have to be a step ahead and prepare our students adequately. I do the coaching myself so that when the student now goes to the embassy, they are very ready to answer the questions that come in there. And we are looking at the trends also. We also, the students we send there, they get to interact with others who are denied, who got visas. And we are able to counsel our students about how to apply in case. So we pride ourselves in offering serious immigration assistance when it gets to that stage, including for people who want visit visas.
Yeah. How does Africa Airlift Initiative ensure accountability is key in your operation?
Yeah, so we normally discuss with our students. We don't have any hidden charges or anything. We like when you're beginning with a student, we have everything on the right foot. They have all the information. They need to make their decision about everything that needs to be done.
Yeah.
We ensure that our refund policy is very clear, so that when you are sending we also have an agreement that you have to sign. We require that you go through it and see how it is, and our refund policy in case someone wants to get out and how it is. We like being open so that you know what you are signing up for. We also like continuous engagement with our students who are in the program about how everything is going, school applications. We don't also entertain or doing everything for the students. We like doing it with you, because you are the one who is going to learn. We are not going to learn for you in the school. We are not going to do all these other things. So with you there, so you are the one to do them. So we like taking you step by step so that you're involved in the process, so you can own the process. Yeah. When you go for GAs, students get master students, transfer students, they get scholarships that are called graduate assistantships, GAs. So we want to help you so that you have the confidence to answer questions. You're the one who is going to attend job interviews, not us. So we want to go through all this with you.
So you guide them on how to go about all this. Okay.
Then even when the students arrive there, we make arrangements on how they will get to school. Some schools have made arrangements with the students. Then we also make sure that we help them to get rooms to live in. This is mostly through referrals. Other students who are already there, we already know schools to avoid. There are some bad schools, by the way, that are not offering graduate assistantships. Some that are giving very strict conditions to students. We even know schools to avoid, according to how those who have gone there already are treated in those schools.
All right. So you keep in touch with those who are in the foreign countries.
Yeah, the moment you pay us money to consult and to guide you through the process. It doesn't end when you get to the airport or when you land there. It continues even up to the workplace. We are building our own community around here. We are also building our own system. I've gotten some partners over in the US, even to help me run the organization better from that side, to create an existing physical office to run the program there in the US. And you are our project up until the time you succeed. Yeah, you continue being there.
So they are not abandoned.
No, we don't abandon our students. We have to make sure you have gotten a job. Some of them will be going there with our loans. We need to know that you have gotten the on-campus job so that you can pay us. Yeah. So, and also the other part of accountability is the students in the regular option, because we give them the SACCO loan. Actually, we are the ones who risk more, because we have given you a loan of say 500,000 to go. Yeah. So we trained on trust. We don't have to come and enforce TRB measures in the US for you to pay. We expect that you pay us back in good faith. So we are also risking. It's not the student, just the student who is paying $1,000 who is risking. We're also risking the $5,000 that we give them as a loan. They repay when they are there. It's a bigger risk, because we are not telling you secure it with land, secure it with a car. So actually, in this business, we are the biggest risk takers. Yes.
Explain more about the loan bit.
Yeah, I have the SACCO, the airlift SACCO that I founded some years back. It gives student loan for relocation. Students who are going for masters, we require that you score a GPA or you have a GPA of 2.8 and above. You do the GMAT or GRE exam. GRE is 310. GMAT is above 400. Some schools are asking for GMAT. If you can get 450 and above, the better, for purposes of getting into school. And for purposes of using the same to go to PhD, if you want to go to PhD. Most PhD admissions will ask, especially for students in business, they will ask for GMAT results. And GMAT results are valid for 5 years. So once you do that, you deposit the amount of the $10, $50 with the SACCO. Then now we take over the issue of financing. That is, we advance you the loan for relocation all the way to the air ticket, which you repay us at 12% once you are there, when you start working as a student.
All right. Is there membership?
Yes.
For the SACCO, is there membership that?
So the $50 on top of the 1,000 is a SACCO membership fee.
All right. So membership is $50.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's part of the payment that training. So you continue being a SACCO member. We're also introducing some resources and some what do we call this? Some products for the students and Kenyans in diaspora.
Okay. Yeah. Are there any mechanisms in place that would address complaints? Because there has been a few over Facebook, I think. Are there any mechanisms you put in place to address such concerns?
Yeah, normally we require that whenever you see a complaint, you direct it to somebody who is competent to solve it. You direct it to me. I also create time to solve student issues, to go through applications. I'm the only person who does the approvals for the DS-160 for visa coaching. So whenever a complaint has to arise in business, but the issue is how do you solve it? If someone is complaining somewhere that maybe something is taking why is my admission taking so long? So we have now maybe write an email and copy the students to try and push the school to respond so that we're able to get the visa date. Because that's one of the challenges that we have in this organization is getting appropriate dates. Yeah, you are going to school in August.
Planning on higher education.
So you have to forward and push and bring those dates this side. So that you're able to go to the embassy in time. So that is one of the challenges. So the other challenge is there are people who want an assurance that once I join here, I'm going to go. We can't guarantee that everything is going to work because, especially because of the embassy. Yeah, so sometimes you don't know who you find there interviewing other people who may not be so much acquainted to maybe what you're going to do and all that. Some people wanaweza kuwa na attitude and maybe fought at home akafika kwa embassy akadeny watu amekasirika. Yeah, so that is the only where there is a gap that we cannot guarantee. But the rest of the issues are issues that we can solve.
Okay. All right. Now getting to look at let's look at the future. Where do you see Africa
planning on higher education
5 years? And beyond the 5 years, are we still going to be talking about Africa Airlift Initiative, or will it just be another passing company?
Yeah, so we since we have already students in the line who will be taken care of in the long run, all the way graduation, getting jobs and all that. So we cannot close shop.
True.
The moment you have taken in people, you have to get them through the process until they succeed.
All right.
So closing is not even an option. So succeeding is the only option that we have.
Okay.
So that you can visit more schools, talk to students, talk to parents, and all that. In the next 5 years, I want this organization to have offices in various countries, and through the strength of presence in many countries, we'll be able to support even our students more, Africans more, so that they succeed.
Okay.
Yeah, you realize that Africans they're some of the sharpest people we have, but they don't get the equal treatment, especially when it comes to migration, rations, and all those things, opportunities that they get. We also want to create a channel where Africans are not regarded as a high-risk group. There is that perception as to why Africans are taken through rigorous scrutiny, because they are normally seen as potential illegal immigrants.
Yes.
So we want the story of Africans to be as good as the rest.
Okay.
So that's where we not just Kenyans, Africans, because if Africans are misbehaving in Nigeria, they will apply it to Kenyans, they will apply it to everybody else. So we want to have a community where we have brilliant people working out there, responsible Africans, dependable Africans, so that we can change the story of Africa.
All right. Looking at our region, or let's just say country Kenya. Regionally, you mentioned you have 2 offices. Are there plans of opening more offices within Kenya?
Yeah, of course, we are looking up to starting an office in Eldoret, in Kisii town, so that we can be able to open more opportunities in Mombasa. In as much as we'll be venturing to more African countries, we'll be opening these offices also to other locations within Kenya.
how do you plan to ensure sustainability? I'm sure many people have heard about this. Many people will be watching this video, and they're looking at it. It sounds exciting, but then is it exciting enough for me to be part of it? They're younger people. We have younger viewers. What would you tell them about Africa Airlift Initiative and convince them that this is where they should be in 5 years' time?
Yeah, so what we are doing is for every university that we go to, we are creating AI University X chapter, so that the students who come, from that university can get a discount if they were members of that club.
Yeah.
Like if you studied at the University of Nairobi, there is something that was called ISEC.
Yeah.
So they had an office there. So if if there are services to be enjoyed by students who come through this club, they have to get discounts and all that. And there are one-stop shop places where students can be able to know that we will get opportunities to go study out there. We have students who may like to transfer their credits. If you have done 2 years in Kenya, you can transfer to a similar degree in the US for 2 years and it will be funded. The answer here is 2 years.
Yeah.
If you're transferring say you're at Strathmore, you're doing a Bachelor of Accounting. You can transfer the 2-year program to a Bachelor of Accounting at Missouri State University. You go there and it will be funded and you graduate instead of a Strathmore student as a Missouri State University student. So in the future, I'm looking forward to where we can bring some of the American universities also to establish their branches in our country. You know, you don't have to go to the US to graduate with a bachelor degree of Missouri State University from there.
Yeah.
You come here, the university comes to Kenya, they establish their own campus here. Students study here for 2 years, you go finish the other 2 years there. It's more of a guaranteed path. Yes, so I'm looking forward to whereby I will be able to bring some of these universities to create campuses here so that we create a direct path. So it's an exchange within the university. So that way, you solve the visa problem. Yes, especially for those who will be in the university. If a university has a campus here, 2 years, 2 years there. After that, you transition to work. Yeah. So if that university has a branch in the country, so it's something we are looking forward to. So Missouri State is one of those adventurous universities that has campuses in China. Why not in Africa?
Oh, really?
Yes. Why not in Africa? It is opening a campus in Spain. The last time I was there, they were opening a campus in Spain. So why not here?
Yeah.
So it's something that I'll be interested in seeing even for other universities from the United States.
To our viewers, if you have any questions that you'd like to field to Mheshimiwa, kindly post them down there and we will field them to him and allow him to answer. So at the moment, let's take a quick break and we'll be back in a few.
Planning on higher education in the USA or Canada, be it undergraduate, master's, PhD, accelerated nursing or teach in America, then let Africa Airlift Initiative guide you all through. Call us on 0799-857-754 or 0799-047279. Visit us at Muthaiga Square, opposite Muthaiga Police Station, first floor, office number 7. Africa Airlift Initiative, empowering your journey from dreams to reality. Planning on higher education in the USA or Canada, be it undergraduate, masters, PhD, accelerated nursing all teach in America, then let Africa Airlift Initiative guide you all through. Call us on 0719 857 754 or 0799 047279. Visit us at Muthaiga Square, opposite Muthaiga Police Station, first floor, office number 7. Africa Airlift Initiative, empowering your journey from dreams to reality. Planning on higher education in the USA or Canada? Be it undergraduate, masters, PhD, accelerated nursing all teach in America, then let Africa Airlift Initiative guide you all through. Call us on 0719 857 754 or 0799 047279. Visit us at Muthaiga Square, opposite Muthaiga Police Station, first floor, office number 7. Africa Airlift Initiative, empowering your journey from dreams to reality. Planning on higher education in the USA or Canada? Be it undergraduate, masters, PhD, accelerated nursing all teach in America, then let Africa Airlift Initiative guide you all through. Call us on 0719 857 754 or 0799 047279. Visit us at Muthaiga Square, opposite Muthaiga Police Station, first floor, office number 7. Africa Airlift Initiative, empowering your journey from dreams to reality. Planning on Planning on higher education in the USA or Canada? Be it undergraduate, masters, PhD, accelerated nursing all teach in America, then let Africa Airlift Initiative guide you all through. Call us on 0719 857 754 or 0799 047279. Visit us at Muthaiga Square, opposite Muthaiga Police Station, first floor, office number 7. Africa Airlift Initiative, empowering your journey from dreams to reality. Planning on higher education in the USA or Canada? Be it undergraduate, masters, PhD, accelerated nursing all teach in America, then let Africa Airlift Initiative guide you all through. Call us on 0719 857 754 or 0799 047279. Visit us at Muthaiga Square, opposite Muthaiga Police Station, first floor, office number 7. Africa Airlift Initiative, empowering your journey from dreams to reality. Planning on higher education in the USA or Canada? Be it undergraduate, masters, PhD, accelerated nursing all teach in America, then let Africa Airlift Initiative guide you all through. Call us on 0719 857 754 or 0799 047279. Visit us at Muthaiga Square, opposite Muthaiga Police Station, first floor, office number 7. Africa Airlift Initiative, empowering your journey from dreams to reality.
Welcome back to Success Beyond Borders TV. And tonight we are with Mheshimiwa, who has graced us, and we are looking deeper into what Africa Airlift Initiative does. Now, going back to details about your program, are there any for KCSE students or for those in high school who are watching us right now?
Yeah, so thank you. So there's those who have completed high school, those who have scored an A minus and an A, they can get direct scholarships through telling their stories through athletics.
Okay.
But you must have the A minus and the A.
Yes.
For the B plus all the way to C plus, you can get there, but you have to do. It's compulsory that you do SAT. And as much as we require everybody to do an SAT, we will not be able to get you a scholarship unless you score an SAT of 1250 out of 1600.
All right.
So that is for the undergraduates. You have to get 1250 out of 1600. So you must prepare thoroughly
properly.
It's a math and English test.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once you have the 1250, we'll be able to get you scholarship. There are those others who are under C, maybe a C minus. We can get you to community colleges.
Okay.
Community colleges are just like the colleges in Kenya. And some of them are affordable that you can even work and pay school fees on your own.
Oh.
Some of them charge even $3,000 a semester, which you can pay from your pocket. Because 3,000 students make around 2,500, 2,000 to 2,500 working every month. You can pay the fee on your own. You don't have to take a credit for that. So there is that. Community colleges for those who never did. And even community colleges, you can go there even if you're under a B plane to start there. For example, you can go to a community college, do associate degree. They call diplomas associate degrees. So you do an ASN, associate degree in nursing, ASN for nursing. That is diploma in nursing. You do NCLEX, you become a nurse. You can now go to that post university because the nursing has given you a good job and has given you a path to papers. So you can be able now to complete now your BSN even online, your MSN, Master of Science in Nursing online. So there is also that. There are various, but so we normally when our students come here, we like to understand what are you interested? Are you interested in computer science? Are you interested in business? Are you interested in IT? Are you interested in agriculture?
Social science.
Social science. So there is someone who came here, he had a diploma in animal science. So he says, I want to do the same. So we transfer their credits. 2 years are removed for their bachelor's of animal science. Then they're able to complete it in the US within
the 2 years.
The 2 years.
Okay. Previously, you had mentioned something on teachers. Could you expound further on this?
Yeah, there is a big shortage of teachers in the United States. And teaching jobs are paying, but you must have a degree in education, and a master's is an added advantage. There are so many open opportunities for teachers in the US, but you must have also the 2-year teaching experience. Teaching experience is calculated from the date you acquired your teaching license, the TSP number. That's where they calculate the teaching experience from. You also need a driver's license. You are going to work. In America, there are no buses, there are no matatu. You must drive. Unafika unaweza chukua ka credit ununue gari so that you're able to move from your house
to your workplace.
So we also prepare our teachers. JobQuest, one of the directors of JobQuest was a teacher in the US. So we're able to prepare you psychologically. They're able to prepare you psychologically on what to expect, how you are going to arrive there. So the culture shock, you need to be mentally prepared when you land in the US. So it's something that we are working on. We also need 3 referees who are going to attest us to your teaching ability. And teachers are making some good money there. So $5,000 is what? Like $750K minimum every month. But you go on a J1 visa. And the tricky part about the J1 visa is that it's an exchange visa that you're supposed to come back to Kenya after 5 years of teaching. But then we have a pathway for converting it before it ends, so that you will continue there.
What do you convert it to?
You cannot convert it to H1B, you convert it to an F1.
Okay. So what's an F1?
An F1 visa is for students. You can now descend to advanced to masters in education while you're there. You convert to a student, then you apply for long distance classes, and then you continue teaching. So there is a path for converting from one visa category to the other. We apply for masters while you're there, so maybe to a university that is near your school. Then we apply for change of particulars. Now you transfer to F1. Then from F1 now you can go any path you want. F1 now gives you access to every other visa, H1B and all that. So we are, once you become our teacher, you become our project until you succeed.
Is all this information available when people visit your offices?
So the information has been given to our customer care officers, and the teachers will be able to get it from them upon requesting for call back or visiting our offices.
Now, lastly, to the parents who are watching you right now, what would you tell them to quell their worry and to have them not thinking that this any other initiatives that take people abroad to study? What words do you have for them?
Yeah, so for them, from me, and I believe as we close the interview for today, is it's always worth it to try a solution.
Okay.
This issue of wamemaliza shule wako kwangu kwa nyumba, hawajaienda mahali, let them try something out there. Especially where we have direct networks in the US. Initially, we began with German, helping people to go to Germany. But I realized many Kenyans don't want to study the language.
The language.
Part of the requirement. Most of the universities in Germany don't ask for school fees, so it's free education.
Oh, really?
So you don't study with loans and all that. But now there is the language part. So Kenyans just want to go. Hata ukiwaambia wafanya English itself that they speak. English test inaitwa IELTS. Ama Duolingo. Wanajaribu venye wataepa. They start writing letters for exemptions from the school. Now, how about learning a language for 1 year?
Foreign language.
Like German. So Kenyans want a path where things, the pathway is a bit easier for them.
From us at Success Beyond Borders TV, want to thank everyone who's joined us. And until next time, have a lovely evening and see you.
Planning on higher education in the USA or Canada, be it undergraduate, master's, PhD, accelerated nursing or teach in America, then let Africa Airlift Initiative guide you all through. Call us on 0719 857 754 or 0799 047 279. Visit us at Muthaiga Square, opposite Muthaiga Police Station, first floor, office number 7. Africa Airlift Initiative, empowering your journey from dreams to reality. Planning